You are part of an organization where the focus is on using cutting-edge technologies. I have submitted a thesis as well in which I secured a 10 out of 10 CGPA. Job is not just about knowledge, it's about soft skills as well. I have done the job part. In job, if you're not passionate, you will somehow manage. Hey, hi friends. My name is Aditya Jain and I welcome you all to another interesting discussion. So friends, lots of people reach out to me with one very common question. Sir, we are always confused between what to prefer. Do we prefer industry jobs or do we prefer higher studies? And as you know, that GATE results have recently been announced and many of us are facing that dilemma. And here I am to help you out with it because I have been someone who has been gone through the exact same situation. I had an amazing job offer from Amazon for a software developer role full-time, and I had an amazing offer for masters, which is M.Tech from IIT Bombay, because I secured all India rank 60 in GATE computer science. So I thought, let me share my experiences with you. And again, there is no black or white. There is nothing like this is better, that is better. It's always about what you find better for you. Okay, everything is very relative. So you can decide accordingly depending upon what you find is beneficial for you after you have done with this session. Okay, so do take notes because this will always this will definitely help you take a better decision moving forward. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, what are we going to talk about? So after completing M.Tech in computer science, students often face the dilemma of choosing between industry jobs and academia. As I said, you have both the opportunities at hand and you have to pick one of these. Okay, both career paths have unique opportunities, challenges and rewards. So as I already mentioned, it's nothing like black or white. Okay, everything has its own benefits and disadvantages. And what we have to do is we have to take a very sensible decision, a decision in which we are aware that whether this is right for me or not, whether I am comfortable with this or not. Okay, so we have to decide accordingly. Industry jobs focus on real world applications while academia is about research and teaching. So this is the major difference. Again, academia is not just about research or teaching. It has many other opportunities. But if we compare the most important factor of both the segments, okay, so industry job is about the real world applications, okay, where you have to use what you have already learned, whereas the academia side is more towards research, is more towards teaching, where you are letting people know the knowledge that you have and you are building upon that in a more research oriented manner. Okay, understanding the differences can help in making an informed decision. So this is the most important point of this session, that I'm not here to tell you that do this or do this. I'm here to tell you the advantages as well as disadvantages of both the domains so that you can decide what you are comfortable with and what is the right decision for you accordingly. And finally, this presentation will compare these two paths based on multiple factors. So again, I'm not going to tell you about right or wrong. You will be well equipped to take your own decision once this session ends. Okay, so let's move ahead. Talking about the career scope in industry. Okay, I'm sure that if you are a computer science student, you are very much interested in picking the industry path. Okay, so the tech industry offers various roles such as software engineer, data scientist, AI/ML engineer, and cyber security specialist. So you have lots and lots of opportunities for you in this segment. Industry means when you are planning to work as a employee, when you want to get into a full-time job role. Okay, we have lots of companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, okay, who are offering very high packages to M.Tech graduates, or I should say postgraduates. Okay, because once you do postgraduate, you are mastering a particular segment. In B.Tech, you are mastering computer science. Now within computer science, you are deciding whether I should go to systems, whether I should go to data science, okay, or I should go to cyber security. So you are picking your own domain, your own specialization, and hence you will be offered way better packages as compared to your B.Tech. Okay, opportunities exist in startups, IT services, and product-based companies. So there's a lot of debate that happens whether product-based companies is better, whether service-based company is better. But net, both as always have their own pros and cons, and we are the ones who need to take this decision about which is better for us. Okay, in general, if you ask me, product-based companies are preferred because product-based companies have a good work culture. They have higher packages. Okay, so Google, Microsoft, Amazon, these three belong to the product-based companies. But what are service-based companies? So TCS, Wipro, okay, and your Tech Mahindra, these kind of companies fall into the service-based company. Both have their advantages and disadvantages, so you can take a call as per your interests. Okay, now industry jobs focus on problem solving, product development, and innovation. As I already told you, you are part of an organization where the focus is on using cutting edge technologies to get ahead in their path. Okay, so it is going to be definitely a bit challenging role because you will have to keep upskilling yourself, but at the same time you have lots of other benefits, other perks that as an employee you can enjoy. Okay, and growth is fast paced with opportunities to switch roles and companies. So you are already aware that when you are working in a company, you have lots of opportunities. Okay, and there is always a path for you to switch between roles or between companies as per your priorities changing. So as you move ahead up the ladder, your priorities can also change, your interests can also change, and on the basis of that you can take a decision accordingly. Okay, talking about what is the career scope in academia, because so far whatever I have discussed was around company, was around industry, was around job, okay, working professional. But now I'm talking about the higher studies and beyond that, what is the various scope available to you. Okay, the first important point, okay, academia includes roles such as assistant professor, research scientist, and PhD scholar. So let me tell you, many of us think that only there is a teaching possibility after going through this path, but that's not true. You have lots of opportunities of working as a research scientist. Okay, even companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon have their own think labs. Okay, Samsung is very famous for its think lab. Think lab is a lab which they have dedicated for research oriented work, where they will enhance the company. Okay, they will move the tech, they will do the experimentation in the cutting edge technology. Whatever technology is famous, they will try to adapt to it and they will try to move ahead in that technology. So again, a very famous part. Okay, universities, IITs, NITs, and research labs like ISRO, DRDO offer academic positions. So not just IITs, NITs, not just institutes, but also ISRO, a very reputed firm, DRDO, all these also offer you relevant opportunities once you have chosen the path of M.Tech or academia. Teaching involves mentoring students and guiding research projects. So if you plan to get into teaching side, okay, the opportunities come in the form of guiding or mentoring students so that they can get ahead in their own careers. Okay, trust me, what can be better than that, my dear friends? If your knowledge, if your experience is helping someone else, okay, get ahead in their own career, what can be better thing than that? Okay, so this is also a path. Research work contributes to innovation, publishing papers, and developing new technologies. Okay, so I have also been a part, okay, when I was doing M.Tech at IIT Bombay, I have published my own research papers along with a team, amazing team. For that, I have submitted a thesis as well, in which I secured a 10 out of 10 CGPA. Okay, and because of that, I was also given Excellence in Research Award, which is a very reputed award from IIT Bombay. So I was one among the recipients of that award. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is that it's not, people have very misconception about academia. They think that it is only about reading and it is only about the old school maths theory. Not just that, no. Lots of companies offer high packages also for research oriented fields. Okay, so you can work in a company as a research scientist where your whole responsibility is to get ahead, okay, to make or to build technologies that is new for the company as well. Okay, so very important point. And growth is slower but offers intellectual satisfaction and job stability. As I said, pros and cons. Okay, so the advantage here is that you have a very good work-life balance. Okay, you have good stability. Okay, like it would not be something that every day your role will change. Okay, it will not be something like you are being shifted to some other firm. Okay, no, it is very much stable as compared to any other work role at startup or MNC. Okay, here you will have a very smooth path. But as there is an advantage, that comes with a disadvantage. I won't say disadvantage, I would just say that one point which is differentiating, which is that here the career growth would be a bit slower. Okay, obviously, because if there is stability, there will be less growth comparatively. Okay, it's not a bad thing, provided your priority is around work-life balance, which is something which is a very good positive point. Okay, so both the things have their own pros and cons, and here I have shared a very overview part, but now I will talk in depth about it. Okay, yeah, so now once you have got a very clear idea about what the overview of both of these segments are, now let's dive deep into what are the skills required. Because okay, you have taken the decision, but you need to have supporting skills that can support your decision, right? So let's dive deep into that. The first important point is, what are the various skills required for industry jobs? First is strong programming skills. You should have a strong programming knowledge about C++, C, Java, Python. Okay, all these languages or some of these languages should be very clear to you because these are very much applied. Okay, then you should have knowledge of algorithms, data structures, and system design. Okay, algorithms may there are lots of things like divide and conquer algorithms, greedy algorithms, dynamic programming algorithms, graph algorithms. Okay, your Dijkstra, Bellman-Ford, Floyd-Warshall, these are very famous graph algorithms. You have graph traversals like BFS, breadth first search, DFS, depth first search. Okay, all these play a very important role when it comes to algorithms. Okay, then in data structures, you should know when to use arrays, when to use linked list, when to use stack, when to use queues, okay, when to use a priority queue, when to use tree, graph, binary search tree. Lots of other things are also there in data structures. So you should have a good amount of knowledge for that as well. Okay. Then you should have experience in tools and technologies like cloud computing, AI, ML, and DevOps. Okay. So as I told you that if you are working in industry, you need to be very clear that you will have to keep updating yourself. You will have to keep upskilling yourself. Okay, very, very important. Keep upskilling yourself. That means you have to always be ready to equip to the new technology. Okay, so please make sure about that. Soft skills like teamwork, problem solving, and communication. So as I said, that job is not just about knowledge, it's about soft skills as well. So you should be good at communicating your thoughts. You should be good at teamwork because you will be working with a team. Okay, you need to be good at leadership skills because sometimes you would be handling or managing a team. Okay, so it is a combination of lots of responsibilities. It's not just about knowledge. Lots of people have knowledge, but at the same time you should have other supporting skills. I call them supporting skills because with those skills, end to end, you become a better person at workplace. Okay, so you need to have a combination of these skills if you plan to get ahead in your career in the industry. Okay, and finally, internships and real world projects boost your employability. So you are very much aware that every company hires someone who is more with the practical experience. Okay, an internship projects are the best way to have some application of whatever you have learned, whatever you have studied. Okay, so many companies give a lot of importance to internship, to projects, because that is the best way for you to showcase your knowledge. Okay, so please make sure that you consider that you are comfortable with that, because these skills will be definitely tested when you are hired. Okay, now talking about the various skills that are required for academia. So deep knowledge of computer science fundamentals is expected from you. And obviously, if you have cracked GATE exam, if you have gone for higher studies, you are already good with fundamentals. Okay, you already cover around 8 to 10 subjects in GATE, computer networks, your DBMS, your computer architecture, operating system, algorithms, data structures, C programming, theory of computation, compiler design, right? So many things, algorithms, so many things you study as part of a GATE syllabus. And if you score a great rank, obviously your fundamentals are very clear. Otherwise, without that, you can't clear, right? So please keep this in mind, that this is very important, you to have a good fundamentals. Okay. Then research and analytical skill for publishing papers and patents. So even if you go to company as a research scientist, one of the major responsibility you will have will be to publish patents, will be to publish research papers. Okay, because it is not just limited to academia, but also companies patent their work, whatever technology that they have created, whatever work they have done, they patent on it, so that they have a very good working style. Okay, if any company wants to use that tech, they will have to pay certain royalty to that particular company who has invented that tech. So again, lots of research scope available over there as well. Okay, strong mathematical and theoretical foundation. Again, as I said, okay, maths is an integral part of the entire computer science. So if you plan to do anything in this field, okay, being comfortable with the maths is a must. Okay, so please do that. Writing and presentation skills for publishing in journals and conferences. Okay, so if you want to publish research papers, if you want to publish patents, okay, you should be good at writing technical language, because as you know, research papers require a very different style of writing. There you need to post the agenda, there you need to post the description about the data set, you have to publish the results, you have to share the observations, you need to showcase the graphs. Lots of expectations are there, so this will help you with it. Okay, and passion for teaching and guiding students. So my dear friends, I am someone who has worked in industry and who has been working in mentoring and guiding students as well, and I have seen the both sides, and I am actually doing as of now what my passion is, which is to mentor and guide students, and that's why I am able to do it. Okay, so teaching has this mandatory requirement that you should be passionate about it. I'm being very honest with you, I have done the job part. In job, if you're not passionate, you will somehow manage, but teaching or research, let me warn you very honestly, in this segment you need to have interest or passion, otherwise you will not be able to do it. Unlike job, which you can still do, you have seen lots of movies, you have seen lots of people that even if they are not interested, they somehow manage to get the job done, right? But specifically in teaching and mentoring, you need to understand students' problem, you need to feel the need to help and guide them, and this cannot be done without any interest or passion. Okay, so please keep that as a mind. Now talking about salary and growth in industry. Okay, because lots of people make decision on the basis of the salary growth, which is completely fine, because as we know that this is one of the important factors. Okay, so industry salaries are competitive, starting from 10 to 25 LPA in top tech companies. Okay, so after doing M.Tech, you can definitely expect a starting package of 10 to 25 LPA. Okay, and this is a very good package to start with, because on an average in VTech, people get around 3 LPA, 4 LPA package. This is almost at least 3 times starting from it. Okay, Product-based companies offer higher salaries and bonuses. So as I've told you earlier, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, okay, LinkedIn, these companies are part of product-based companies. So they offer salary which is comparatively higher as compared to service-based companies. Reason being, the job role is also very much complicated at product-based companies, and the expectations of knowledge and work culture is also different. Okay. Talking about career growth, which depends on experience, performance, and skill updates. It's not something like, okay, you have once cracked and then you are set for life. No, as I said, there is very less stability. So you have to keep upskilling yourself. You have to keep upgrading yourself. You have to keep upskilling. You have to learn new technology. If ChatGPT is in demand, you have to be equipped with that. If AI is in demand, you have to equip with that. Okay, so this is one important expectation or demand if you want to grow in industry. Okay, then career growth depends, I have mentioned this. Promotions can lead to managerial roles like technical lead and engineering manager. So you can decide that whether you want to go or get ahead in the technical side, or whether you want to get ahead in the managerial side. That will be up to you. Okay, you can take that decision. And stock options and perks are additional benefits. So as I mentioned that nowadays there is concept of ESOPs. Okay, so as a employee, as a early stage employee in the early stage startup, you get stock options in the form of ESOPs. Okay, so that is a good way, that is a good perk that you get once you are part of a organization. Okay, getting hired and talking about the same thing, okay, for academia. So assistant professors start with around 6 to 12 LPA, which increases with experience. So being very honest and transparent with you, on the teaching side, the salary expectations would be lower as compared to what you get in the working side. This is a brutal, honest truth. But again, as I said, it's not just about package, it's about lifestyle, it's about work-life balance, it's about whether you are passionate about doing it or not. Okay. Then PhD holders get better opportunities in IITs, NITs, and international universities, as you know, because once you have good amount of knowledge in one specific field, okay, what's better than that sharing that knowledge with others. Okay, research grants and patents can boost earnings. So obviously for everything you do, for every research patent you file, okay, there is dedicated better earnings. Job stability is high with opportunities for tenure and administrative roles. So your stability is higher as compared to other jobs. Okay, because here you are someone who is contributing to a very cutting edge technology, and there are very few people who are good at it. So you have good stability here. Okay, growth is slower compared to industry but offers long-term rewards. Already know, right, that growth is slower but long-term work-life balance and stability is there to help you out. Going to the next point, which is one of the favorite and in demand, which is work-life balance. So comparing the work-life balance in industry and academia. Okay, in industry, high work pressure, long working hours, deadlines, but higher earnings. Pros and cons. More expectations, okay, but more rewarding as well. The working hours would be very strict, but at the same time earnings would be good. In academia, flexible work schedules, research freedom, but teaching responsibilities are there. So here the work will demand you to provide mentorship and teaching to the students. Okay, so that is what it has. Industry, dynamic environment with continuous learning, whereas in academia, less pressure but requires constant research and publication. Again, nothing is black or white, let me tell you. So you have to take decision after understanding these pros and cons. Okay, choosing depends on personal preference and lifestyle priorities. As I said, whatever you are comfortable with, take decisions accordingly. Don't listen to me or someone else. This is your decision and you have to decide as per what you think is right or wrong. Okay, talking about which path is right for you. So what I've done is I have told you that according to me, what you should prefer. Okay, as I said that there is no right answer. So according to me, you should prefer industry If you prefer hands-on work and technical challenges, if you want high salaries and fast career growth, and if you enjoy working on real-world applications and cutting-edge technologies. If your personal interests are around these, then you should prefer working in industry. But on the other hand, you should choose academia if you have a passion for research and teaching, if you like to mentor students, you prefer job stability over high earnings, and you aim to contribute to scientific advantages and mentor students. Okay, so you actually value work-life balance. You like to spend time with family, friends. That is higher priority as compared to working and growing in up the ladder. You can decide as per it. Okay, so finally, as a summary, industry jobs offer higher salaries, dynamic work, and corporate exposure. On the other hand, academia provides intellectual satisfaction, stability, and long-term research opportunities. Both career paths have their own advantages and disadvantages, but the choice depends on personal interests, career goals, and long-term vision. Whatever path you choose, continuous learning and skill improvement would be necessary to succeed. Okay, so please don't choose a career just because it looks easy. Both have their own challenges and betterments, but you should be comfortable with the challenges, and then everything is better. Okay, so my dear friends, I personally have been a part of industry. I have worked as a data scientist, I have worked as a software developer. On the other side, I have been a teaching assistant at IIT Bombay. I have mentored around 10,000 plus working professionals and students to get upskill in data science and analytics, and I have mentored lots and lots of students who have secured very great rank in GATE exam as well. Okay, and from my experiences, I have had priorities at times, and according to that, I have shifted my careers, and that's exactly what I would suggest you. So with that, I end this session. I wish you all the very best. My name is Aditya Jain, and I think and I hope that this session has helped you. Goodbye, all the best. Take a very wise decision. Take care.